Happy birthday to my Virgos. So let's get into your reading for this week. So what I see for Virgos this week is it's two different stories, okay? So one story is that there could be a Virgo that was dealing with a Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, or either Cancer here, or a Taurus. And it feels like there was commitment on the table, but then the commitment stopped. It was like you guys talked about it, and then that just, it didn't lead to actual like real commitment. It just was like you guys just waiting to see what the next person would do. You know, it's like a waiting game. And I feel like someone like either like stepped back from this and there was some distance between you two, but I do feel like they're really thinking in their head, like, should I return to Virgo? Or whether that was you feeling that way as well here. Because I have the Six of Swords in reverse. So it's like someone is like kind of debating on if they want to return, but the return is in their minds, is in their head. And I feel like there could have been distance. That could have been the situation too, where there was a lot of distance between you two. So it's like, is it really worth me pushing it? Could have been a long distance relationship. However, they were looking at like, okay, but now I need to make a decision. So with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, I don't want to do standstill. I'm not going to take my time. I'm just going to do it because I know this is what I want. And I feel like someone, like I said, you guys weren't making any moves towards each other. So I do feel like there's going to be a conversation, and then there's going to be some type of partnership and connection that ends up happening, that ends up coming out of this basically, in that situation. However, I do feel like with the second story, I do feel like there were some lessons that you hadn't learned in previous relationships, Virgo. And I feel like this is something that you need to do before you decide on getting into another relationship. And I feel like you know that, which is why you've been very hesitant into jumping in relationships. But I feel like in your heart, you feel like you're ready. You're like, I want this relationship. I want to do things. I want to be connected with somebody. But I really feel like you need to heal. You know, I feel like things weren't working out because there's a part of you that still needs the healing. You still need the therapy, or you still need really it's just the healing that's needed at this point. You know, I feel like you will wait and you won't take the necessary steps to make sure that you're good. You won't put yourself in situations or places to find new partners, but you're expecting people to just come and talk to you and have these connections with you and have these partnerships with you, and you're just like, so it's just supposed to come to you. But no, Virgo, you have to go out there and make it and do it yourself. You have to put in the effort yourself as well, okay? So it's not going to happen unless you do the work too, okay?